I just was thinking, imagine not liking a nigga, and then every time you see him or picture him on Instagram or anything, every time you see this nigga, you gotta think about, damn, this really stuck his dick in my sister.
I go help little brother out, bro. He angry, dog. He angry. Talking about dead partners and shit. It ain't like I'm on this bitch talking about,
You ass nigga, go dig all three of your brothers up with your scary ass. You up. Stop running from me. I ain't in no competition with you. Stop writing me. You up.
Today we're jumping headfirst into one of the most explosive and talked about rivalries hip-hop has seen in years. This isn't some light rap competition. This is NBA YoungBoy versus Fredo Bang, and the tension is bubbling back up in a serious way. Right now, things are feeling uneasy in Baton Rouge again, and the energy in the streets is tense. This situation didn't just fade away, it reignited and fast. Before we break it all the way down, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and tap that like button, because this story keeps twisting and you don't want to miss a move. If you're ready to see real street politics mixed with rap fame, let's rewind. This beef didn't always look like this. Believe it or not, NBA YoungBoy and Fredo Bang weren't enemies at all. They were close. Two young dudes from Baton Rouge growing up in the same environment, running with the same circle, and really having each other's backs when times got rough. Both of them were tied to TBG, Top Boy Gorillas, a crew that carried serious weight in South Baton Rouge. This wasn't a random connection. These guys were really in it together, moving like family, not just rap partners. You can still find old music videos with them standing side by side, looking locked in, looking solid. One of the most iconic moments was the I Ain't Hiding music video. YoungBoy was right there with Fredo Bang and the whole TBG crew, smiling, confident, united. Nobody back then would have guessed these same people would later be on opposite sides throwing lyrical shots and tension at each other like real rivals. YoungBoy was the youngest in the crew, and he genuinely looked up to the older guys. Fredo Bang was one of those older figures, someone showing him love, giving guidance, and helping him navigate a dangerous environment. But anyone who knows the streets knows loyalty can flip fast. To really understand how this spiraled, you gotta understand G-Money. G-Money was the face of TBG, the main artist, the leader, the one expected to put Baton Rouge on the map. He had seniority, respect, and years in the game over both YoungBoy and Fredo. When YoungBoy was still a teenager, G-Money brought him into the TBG collective. He helped him record music, pushed his talent, and treated him like a little brother. YoungBoy even dropped Life Before Fame while connected to TBG, but it didn't hit the way they expected. That's where frustration started creeping in. While YoungBoy was grinding for recognition, G-Money was getting most of the shine. YoungBoy felt overlooked, like his talent wasn't being taken seriously. That quiet frustration sat there, growing. Then came the moment that blew everything up. On his track, Poor One, G-Money did something YoungBoy felt crossed the line he couldn't ignore. That was the breaking point. This wasn't just rap tension anymore. This was personal. YoungBoy later addressed it directly, basically saying, I used to smoke and chill with you. I used to call you my big brother. Then everything flipped. The situation got even worse when G-Money allegedly crossed a major boundary involving YoungBoy's sister and then put it on social media. That wasn't just disrespect, that was public humiliation. G-Money later admitted in interviews that it happened, claiming it was years earlier and that YoungBoy wasn't bothered at first. But once YoungBoy's career started taking off, that moment hit different and couldn't be brushed off. After that, YoungBoy separated from TBG and focused on building the NBA brand. That move didn't sit right with the TBG camp at all. They felt betrayed, like he walked away after everything they did for him. Things turned even darker when YoungBoy's cousin Elo was killed. Elo was connected to BBG, a group already in conflict with TBG. That loss sent emotions through the roof. YoungBoy spiraled into legal trouble not long after, landing behind bars on serious charges. Rumors flooded the streets with people saying TBG affiliates were involved in Elo's death, and that only made the tension worse. While YoungBoy was locked up fighting his case, the music turned hostile. G-Money and TBG members were sending clear shots through their songs. When YoungBoy got out, he didn't stay quiet. He responded louder than ever. Then everything shifted permanently. In September 2017, G-Money was shot and killed in a studio parking lot. He was supposed to link with Fredo Bang that same day, right after Fredo's release, but he never made it. The timing shocked everybody. Instantly, Fingers started pointing, rumors exploded, and the rivalry reached a whole new level. That moment pushed Fredo Bang to the front. After G-Money's death, Fredo became the face of TBG, carrying his friend's legacy. He felt responsible for standing his ground and holding things down. Fredo had been locked up during much of the earlier tension, so when he came home and learned what happened, emotions were heavy. Authorities even kept him locked up longer, fearing retaliation or danger. Once Fredo was free, he linked with Boulevard Quick and went full throttle in the rap game. Diss tracks started dropping, aimed straight at YoungBoy and NBA, and the situation spiraled even more. The violence around them didn't stop. YoungBoy's manager Dump was killed outside his home. Not long after, Boulevard Quick was killed outside his apartment. Baton Rouge was caught in the middle of non-stop loss and chaos. Fast forward to December 2023, and surprisingly, things shifted again. After years of tension, YoungBoy and Fredo Bang finally spoke privately on the phone. No social media, no clout, just a real conversation. Fredo later explained, "It was basically us talking. It was never really a problem. Social media hypes stuff up. I might say something in a song, he might say something, but it was never that deep." That conversation led to plans for a joint toy drive in Baton Rouge, something positive for the kids in the community. Fredo stressed it was never real hatred, just artists caught in street politics and online noise. But even that plan got shut down by authorities. Worried old tensions could flare back up. Then everything flipped again. While on tour, YoungBoy started throwing slick disses at Fredo during performances. Fans caught it instantly, and clips started flooding social media. Fredo felt blindsided. He thought the situation was behind them, and suddenly, he's being called out in front of thousands of fans night after night. That kind of public disrespect can reopen old wounds fast. In a recent interview, Fredo reacted and said, "Hey, just so you know," Fredo spoke on it himself and didn't sugarcoat a thing. He said, "I love seeing the whole city and the whole state come together. It was beautiful. Even though 9 times out of 10 they was dissing me, it was still beautiful." But then he made it clear that last line crossed into straight street talk, and that's where it stopped being love. That's when everything started feeling shaky again. Fredo made it clear he wasn't about to keep eating disrespect quietly. And just when things couldn't get messier, YoungBoy's fans stepped way out of bounds. There's a viral clip floating around where a grown YoungBoy fan pulled up on Fredo in real life, blasting YoungBoy's music full volume while recording his reaction. It was basically a music drive-by, clearly trying to provoke something. In the video, you can hear the fan bragging, saying, "I just pulled up in that dump while blasting YoungBoy's music." A lot of people would have lost control right there, but Fredo stayed ice cold, stood firm, and didn't let it turn physical, even though you could tell he was heated. The internet ran with it. The clip went viral, millions laughing, clowning, and dragging Fredo online. And this is exactly how things spiral out of control. Once fans start making it personal, it stops being about music and turns into respect, reputation, and pride. After dealing with tour disses and fans trolling him in real life, Fredo finally snapped. He dropped a response track, and it wasn't subtle at all. That song wasn't just rap, it was a clear message that he was done playing nice. Fredo went straight at YoungBoy with some of the harshest bars we've heard from him. He called out legal issues, relationships, and even questioned street credibility. He made it clear he felt betrayed after they supposedly squashed everything. The track didn't hold back at all. He even referenced fallen associates and hinted that things could get dangerous again if the disrespect continued. That's the kind of talk authorities don't ignore, especially with the violent history tied to this situation. This isn't a small rivalry. We're talking about a conflict that's already claimed multiple lives: G-Money, Boulevard Quick, and other affiliates from both sides. The fact they ever managed to pause it showed growth, but the tour disses, fan antics, and Fredo's response lit the fire all over again. Now it's back to square one, and the stakes are higher than ever. YoungBoy is dealing with serious legal pressure and can't afford more chaos tied to his name. Fredo has built his career and reputation brick by brick, and he's not trying to throw it away either. But the streets don't care about careers or court cases. Once disrespect hits a certain level, people feel forced to respond, and that's when situations turn deadly. One of the scariest parts of all this is the fans getting involved. YoungBoy's fan base is massive and loyal, sometimes to a fault, Now fans are pulling up in real life, recording encounters and throwing fuel on a situation that's already volatile. These aren't people who understand street consequences. These are regular fans treating real tension like entertainment, until someone gets hurt. Fredo even addressed this recently, saying it's hard competing against one of the biggest artists in the world. He said going against that kind of fan base is something he wouldn't wish on anyone, especially when things already feel like they're boiling over. Both sides have access to serious muscle and a deadly history. This situation could explode again at any moment. What makes it even crazier is that they already proved they could be mature. That phone call and the planned toy drive showed they understood how much this beef was hurting their community. But ego, pride, and public disrespect don't care about logic, especially when millions of eyes are watching every move. This is a perfect example of how fast things can flip in hip-hop. NBA YoungBoy and Fredo Bang had a real chance to lead by example and show beef doesn't have to end in bloodshed. Instead, they're right back where they started. And if this keeps going, more lives could be lost over pride and disrespect. So what do you think about all this? Can they squash it again, or is it already too far gone? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. We drop heat every single day, and the next upload is even crazier and deeper than this one. Appreciate y'all for rocking with Velvet Flow. See you on the next one. Fire.